Go up to the average person in the street and go, rear delt. They'll slap you in the face because they think you've insulted them. Simon Middle of the Board asshole here. It's lovely to see your face once again. Although I can't see your face. It's weird, isn't it? I'm just staring into a little camera lens and you're watching me on some kind of a screen, and we do have this kind of engagement, this kind of relationship. But we don't. It's weird. The internet's a crazy thing. I'll never actually get my head around it. But I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're smashing it. I hope the week has started well. Look, today we're just going to break this stuff down. We're going to break this stuff down. I basically started to use my YouTube channel as a way to get all these issues I've been dealing with in my life over the last 20 years. I can just get out there and just get out there, and then people go, you know what, Simon, that's right. And all of a sudden I feel like all my demons have been vanquished. It's absolutely tremendous. But throughout the years, it's still happening today, and it will happen until dinosaurs come back and all humans are dead, and then maybe it happens with the dinosaurs. As weightlifters or bodybuilders, as fitness people, as gym goers, there are some things that others assume about us all, and we're like, that's not true at all. And then you catch yourself in your day-to-day life, and you look off into the distance and you think, am I a parody of myself? And the answer is always yes. I'm a parody of myself. I'm well aware of this, and I've embraced it. But here are 10 true assumptions that we have all, as gym people, brought on our own shoulders. Number 10 is that we're all obsessed with food. I get this. My parents, my friends, my family, anyone that I've grown up with, anybody that knows about my, my interests are like, you just obsessed with food. You're absolutely obsessed with food, and not necessarily in the sense that you talk about it all the time, but the way that you treat it. I'm like, no, I'm not. Pal, don't you come in my grill and start talking to me. And they're like, why is he speaking like this? It's not how he speaks, but I try and, get attitudey and I get edgy. And then what do I do if I go out for dinner with my family and my friends, or if I just turn up around somebody's house and they're having some kind of junk food? What do? I say, well, no, I can't possibly eat that. That's 467 calories and my next meal is only 322. And again, you're like, shib. They're right. They're 100% correct, because you have to be. It's one of these things where I've talked about it a million times. If you're not super on board, you don't have to be like this. I always like to caveat it, because if you don't want to, don't do it. But if you're not super on board with your food and what's going in and what's going out, you're probably not going to be achieving as much as you want, because how can you be? You don't know where to go next. If you're doing a maths problem, you don't just leave out one number and go, 7. What if it's not 7? You have to have the maths problem there. And it's the same with your calories. What's going inside of you? If you don't know what's going inside of you, you can't calculate your fuel. You're basically a rocket ship when you go to the gym. You're a rocket ship, or you're a car, or you're a motorbike, or you're whatever kind of vehicle you want to be. You need to know. You don't get in your car and drive 100 miles with 88 miles left of petrol, do you? No, you make sure you have as much fuel as you need. And it's the same with this. The fact that I've just gone on this rant proves that they're right. Rant. What's a rant? It's where people ride horses. It's a ranch. But it just goes to show it is true. And I've just embraced it. I am. I'll always be obsessed with food. And like I've told you before, people will just message me going, Miller, what's the calories of this? I'm like, don't degrade me. And then I respond. Number 9 is that we spend all of our money on it. That is going one step too far, right? That's hyperbole. That's just throwing out ridiculous notions. However, do I spend a lot of money on lifting weights? Yes. I don't want to, but everything costs so damn much. Food is expensive. Like, I remember, I'm sure you're the same, when you first start seeing what massive dudes eat, you're like, how the flip am I going to afford that? And it really does eat into your budget. I'm so funny. But it does. And then outside of that, you've got to buy protein powder. That costs a fortune. If you're buying creatine, that costs a fortune. If you like some sort of supplements, you can't get a cheap supplement. That doesn't exist. And if you do, you don't want to buy it because you're like, well, what's in that? Why is it so cheap compared to all of this? So you go and get the expensive one, which to be fair, you should do, because you don't want to die, right? If something is cheap, it's probably just come out of somebody's ass or something. You don't want to be eating ass tablets. That's what I should call this video. Don't eat ass tablets. Nobody would click it because you already know. But it absolutely does cost a fortune. I don't spend all of my money on it, but I do spend a huge proportion of cash on it. The way I've always justified it in my own head is, well, because I don't drink. So lots of dudes and dudettes, I hate the fact that I've said that, but we're here now. They'll go out, not so much at the moment, to pubs, and it's just fine. You spend money on alcohol, but alcohol is equally as expensive. So I've always gone, well, I haven't gone out and bought a round for everybody. So if I want to buy my 50-pound isolate whey protein, la-dee-da, that's what I will go and do. So yes, do I spend all my money on it? No, but can I understand why other people think that I do? Unfortunately, yes. Number 8, I think I went too far with number 10, the irony, but is that they count calories for everything. And I do. Like, if I have a cheat meal And the other, if I'm having a cheat meal with my girlfriend or whatever, and they're not looking, I'll grab the box or whatever, and I'll go on the internet and look what the calories were. Even though there's no point if you're doing a cheat meal, of course it's going to be calorific. That's the clues in the name. But it's true, I am absolutely obsessed with calories. I can be in a store, and let's say I'm buying, I can't think of anything now, breaded chicken. I'm going to have breaded chicken for a cheat. I will get 2 different types of breaded chicken and going, well, that's 190, but that's 210. 20. I'm arguing with myself over 20 calories for a cheat meal, which is supposed to be the thing when you're not worrying about that stuff. But you just do. It's like anything. Once you've embraced it, it just becomes part of your life. It becomes part of your existence. And you can't get away from it. And the fascinating thing to me, and I'm the weirdo here, is some people don't care about calories. Some people, I don't know, I'm whispering, but let's do it, don't care what calories are. They don't even know that calories basically means fuel. They have no idea. They don't know about proteins and fats. They've actually probably picked the right path. Now think about it. I should have picked that path. That is a stress-free path, but I'm here now, not going anywhere. Number 7 is they're never happy with how they look. They're like these people that go to the gym and they're moaning and they're not happy and they think this looks rubbish, that looks rubbish. Yep, that's the truth. That is the truth. There are some people that I'm sure are happier than others, but deep down, nobody, despite spending hours crafting and sculpting and working on their bodies, likes it. Nobody looks in the mirror and goes, bam. If you get cut up, you think you're too small. If you bulk up, you think you look too fat. Sometimes, maybe you're in the middle and you found a decent body fat percentage, or at least one that you can maintain. And I don't know, you'll look at your trapezius muscle and go, well, that looks like the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It's absolutely crap. And then you'll flush it in the toilet because you're like, just get off me. It's absolutely crazy thing because you think there has to be a destination, but it's not. It's actually with bodybuilding, that old cliche, it's about the journey and not the destination, is bodybuilding and fitness and gym going summed up. There is no end point because really your body is working against you too. Ultimately, you'll look worse the older you get because you're aging and your body can't, you can still look good when you're older, but you'll never look as good as, most people say your peak's around sort of the mid-30s, but who knows, everyone's going to be different. But that's the weird thing. So once you're past that, it's downhill anyway. And before that, it's downhill anyway because you're never going to wake up. Like even someone like Phil Heath, right? Mr. Olympia, not anymore. Who won it last year? Can't remember. But Phil Heath, he thinks the same, which is nuts. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, you pick your favorite body of choice. That person, at least once, looked at themselves and went, this ain't right, man. It's like being on a roller coaster that never ends. On a roller coaster that never ends. And I like roller coasters. They make me feel sick. Number 6, they're always talking about rear delts. They do. This may be a more specific group of people. But if you sort of find videos like this or articles, one of the options or entries that will always come up about, things that bodybuilders aren't doing or things you need to be doing in the gym that you aren't, or, missed exercises is always rear delts. You get vlogs and blogs with people being mad that people aren't working their rear delts. You go up to the average person in the street and go, rear delt. They'll slap you in the face because they think you've insulted them. Nobody knows what a rear delt is, and we're obsessed with rear delts. Obsessed with rear delts. I'm obsessed with my rear delts. If I go into a new gym, because my gym doesn't have a rear delt machine, sometimes you can do pec flies, and you can reverse it. That is my favorite machine on the planet. If I go into a new gym and they've got that, it may as well be like Christmas. In fact, I think I've probably preferred on occasions using the rear delt machine as to having a Christmas. What does that say about me, and what does that say about my life choices? Number 5 is they take loads of supplements, and look, I've talked about this loads of times. You don't need to take any supplements if you don't want. However, if you go into my cupboard right now, would you find a bunch of pills? I take about 5 pills. I always forget. Let me see if I can get it right. Multivitamins, omega-3 tablets, a probiotic, vitamin B6, and zinc. They're the 5 that I take. But do I have about 700 pill bottles in my cupboard just in case, or in the past when I wanted to try stuff and then I thought, I know it's worth, yes, like I've got vitamin B12, I've got vitamin D, I've got grapeseed extract, I've got all this just bizarre stuff that I read about once. Oh, this is going to detoxify my veins, I better give it a go. I just try them because the reason we do it is that we're hoping there's some magic pill out there, legal magic pill, that we can buy that's just all of a sudden going to transform our physiques. But here's the shock news story. It doesn't exist because if it did, A, everybody would know about it. B, it would cost a fortune and, whoever would be trying to sell it to you as much as they could. And more people would be doing it if they thought there are certain things that you can take that may work for you, but nobody can say, even as a guy that doesn't take that many supplements, you can't say that I'm not obsessed with them because my cupboard is absolutely ludicrous. Number 4 is they just want to go to the gym all the time. I'll keep this one simple. Yeah. I do. I hate the fact we have to take rest days. I want to train every single day. To me, going to the gym is like going to the ice cream store. In fact, I'm probably more excited going to the gym. I get excited about it. It's one of the reasons I can stay so motivated. We will do a video about that because that's the new #1 question. But the way that I stay so motivated is I love it. It's excellent. It's fun. It's like going to a playground when you're a kid. I'm very blessed in the sense that my body and my brain just feel that way because it makes it so easy. But yeah, everybody thinks, oh, Millie just goes to gym all the time. I'm like, yes, please. Can I go again now and stop talking to your stupid ass? #3 is they get excited about watching other people do big lifts. I do. Like, it always sucks in the gym because in the gym, when someone's going to do a big lift and you're kind of looking over using the mirrors, 9 times out of 10, they do the stupid lift. They're doing a bench, they go, meh, and they move an inch. Like, that wasn't a lift, man. I got myself all prepared. I extended my rest step for this, and you couldn't even be bothered because your ego's bigger than the flipping door. However, I've been in some gyms, powerlifter, bodybuilder gyms, and you see these dudes, it was always deadlifts, doing super heavy deadlifts. And I absolutely, not only is it awesome to watch, but it's massively inspirational. It's like when Eddie Hall did the 500 kilogram deadlift, and then Thor did the 501 deadlift. I know there's a whole story with that, but who cares? In terms of watching dudes lift heavy weights, I am all in every single day, 24/7. And then I start going, well, I can do 500 kilogram deadlifts. And you go to the gym and you put like 300 on, and it's like, you sound like a dying yak. It's so heavy. Like the heaviest deadlifts I ever did, and again, got a video coming, was 275 kilograms. And that's when I was powerlifting. I was eating and eating and eating. I weighed about 18.5 stone. I was just fat, but still, you know, that's the way that I did it. And I did 1 rep at 275 kilograms. And as soon as I put it down, I thought I was going to die. I'm pretty sure my brain sent messages to my body saying, all right, I'm going to decease now because clearly that's what you want me to do. And then thankfully it changed its mind at the last minute. So when you see a big dude lifting big weights, no word of a lie, the best thing on the planet. #2 is they love growing out of clothes. I've had people say this to me. They go, oh, Millie, you must love going out of clothes. I'm like, how shallow do you think I am? And then I put on a t-shirt that fit me a few weeks ago, and I can feel it's a bit more snug, and I'm like, hee hee hee. I'm like an elf. I'm really excited. Then I realized it's probably just because I put it on too high a temperature in the wash, and what I've actually done is shrunk the material, but that's not the point. In this life, you need to be able to grab hold onto any little thing, and I'm going to grab hold on that, which ties into #1, which is they love wearing tight clothes. I am wearing tight clothes right now. Of course we do. Don't pretend otherwise. Extra small in the baby gap section is where bodybuilders and big people like to go. There's nothing nicer than a sleeve hugging top, right? It's just true. A hug from your loved one is also nice, but it is in second. Because #1 is a t-shirt or a top that just fits you, and when you look in the mirror go, oh my gosh, it's actually exaggerated my proportions and now I look bigger than I actually am. You can buy some muscle tops, as they say, that make you look wider, and they are designed that way. It's like when you go and try and clothes in certain shops and the lighting is done, take your top off, you're like, how the hell did I just drop 5% body fat? Can I live in the changing room? And then somebody comes in and they shoo you out with a broom, like, we told you last time, you can't stay in there. Not that it happened to me, but I have thought about it. It's just one of those things. I don't care. Some people get so mad about that on the internet, but it's obvious why people are doing it. It's making them feel good. I always do this by accident, but it ties into health and fitness again. We do it to make ourselves feel good, whether that's physically or whether it's mentally. It doesn't matter how you get there. If you're being an asshole about it, then sure, you deserve to get that kind of stuff back. But most people I know that are into the gym just want to get through life, and they want to wear that extra small, and they want to be damn proud of it. And you should be proud. There you go, a bunch of assumptions that we all like to pretend are mean, but actually are damn true. And you know what? I love it. I love it. I love being part of the fitness community. I love being part of the gym community. I'm going to keep wearing smaller and smaller clothes. I'm going to keep being obsessed with food. I'm going to keep counting my calories until the day I die. A lot of death in this video. Like the video, share the video, smash the subscribe button. I hit the bell, ding, ding. Then you can be alerted to when I do new videos. Or maybe you're like, I hate that bald asshole. But that's fine. I'll see you whenever I see you. I've got a Patreon, patreon.com/Simon316. You can come on one of my podcasts. I send you a postcard. I send you a videos, a bunch of stuff on there. But ultimately, have a good day. Come say hi on Twitter, Instagram at Simon316. All the description links down there. See you soon.